Coming up on CTV News, the explosion that has touched the country and the world. Also, CTV anchor Keith Albertson gives us an inside look at Relay for Life. And later is the Fan of the Week with sports anchor Riley Adams. All that and more, you're watching CTV News.
Hello, welcome to CTV News on this Tuesday, April 16th. I'm Lena Howland.
And I'm Keith Albertson. The explosions that occurred Monday afternoon shook the city of Boston, the nation, and the world. At approximately 2:50 in the afternoon in downtown Boston at Copley Square, two pressure cooker-style bombs nearly exploded near the finish line of the Boston Marathon. The images you are about to see might be graphic. As of Tuesday night, over 140 people have been reported injured from the explosions, 15 of which are in critical condition and 3 have died. The explosion occurred at 2 locations and consisted of shrapnel-type homemade bombs that were filled with nails and pieces of metal. As you can see on this map of downtown Boston, the 2 explosions were set off within seconds of each other, making investigators believe multiple assailants were involved or remote detonation was used. Soon after the incident, President Barack Obama had this to say in a press conference.
The American people will say a prayer for Boston tonight, and Michelle and I send our deepest thoughts and prayers to the families of the victims in the wake of this senseless loss. We still do not know who did this or why, and people shouldn't jump to conclusions before we have all the facts. But make no mistake, we will get to the bottom of this, and we will find out who did this. We'll find out why they did this. Any responsible individuals, any responsible groups will feel the full weight of justice.
Currently, the incident is being deemed a potential terror investigation. At this time, no one has been arrested as the investigation continues. And on Tuesday night here at CSU, a vigil is being held in front of the administration building in mourning of those lost and those impacted by the explosion.
In light of the recent events in Boston, Colorado's largest 10K race is tightening up security. Boulder officials are beefing up security in preparation for the race coming up this May 27th. In recent years, the race has drawn more than 54,000 participants. The security review was ordered following the deadly bombs that exploded Monday near the finish line at the Boston Marathon. Officials for the race are in contact with hundreds of security and law enforcement officials from local and private companies to ensure the race's safety.
On Saturday, hundreds of people gathered at CSU for the annual Relay for Life event. The relay was sponsored by the American Cancer Society to raise money for cancer research.
More than 700 participants on 88 teams signed up for CSU's annual Relay for Life.
So it is really exciting for me to see so many people out here tonight fighting for a cause that is so close to my heart. About 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with a really rare type of cancer, cytomyogenic hemangioendothelioma. I think I said that right, but no one's really going to notice.
Relayers braved the windy weekend weather to walk all night in support of cancer research.
I just want you guys to be proud of you guys being out here tonight and raising all this money and doing all this hard work and knowing that you are saving people's lives. And one day, like, we all will win our battle with cancer, and that will be an amazing day when that comes.
Alyssa won her battle with cancer last March at the cost of her right hand, which was amputated due to its many tumors.
Last year, I had the amputation, and that is where my battle with cancer ended, and I walked out a survivor.
The nature of the event is to raise money to research treatments and eventually cures for cancer.
This event really means to me that no one will have to go through what I went through. And I just don't want anybody to hear the words, "You have cancer." It's a horrible disease and nobody should deal with it. Nobody's families, friends, anything.
CSU Relay for Life raised more than $55,000 from the event. And good thing the relay missed the snowstorm we got hit with on Monday.
Austin, the snowstorm really caught me off guard. When is the snow going to let up?
I wish I could tell you guys that it was done, but it certainly isn't. We still have 5 to 9 more inches expected before tomorrow night.
Oh, gosh.
Right? A spring snowstorm began pummeling Fort Collins on Monday night, and the attack continues. I was on campus today to check out the situation.
The past few weeks, we've had a couple of false alarms regarding snowstorms. Monday evening, that all changed, though. A winter storm developed over Colorado, and it certainly didn't mess around. By sunrise Monday, over 6 inches of snow had fallen. It continued throughout the day Monday, prompting officials to close CSU at 3 p.m.
And with all of this snow, the first snow day of the semester was declared. I asked students what they did with their snow day.
I hit a patch of ice, and the patch of ice decided that I wanted to turn around. And I really didn't have a choice in the matter. So I decided, okay, cool. I'm just gonna go up Mulberry and take the day off of work.
Yesterday I went sledding last night at about 10:30. We're only out there for about 30 minutes, but it was great. Snow was picking up. I was hoping we'd have a snow day today, but we didn't.
It looks like a full snow day is something we can only dream about.
Thankfully, that snow has let up a little, but we're expecting it to continue into tomorrow evening. Let's take a look at how much snow has fallen so far. Here in Fort Collins, we've seen upwards of 13 inches. 13 inches have also fallen in Vail, but not much has fallen in southern Colorado. Temperatures across the state are stuck below average. Let's take a quick look at the current temp. Outside, it's 33 degrees here in Fort Collins, 38 in Denver. You can see it's 47 in Grand Junction, and there are 30s and 40s in the high country. Here in good old Fort Collins, snow continues to fall. Let's take a look outside the studio. Specifically, winds here are 12 miles an hour from the northeast, and it feels more like 25 thanks to that. We could see 5 inches of snow tonight and another 3 tomorrow. Temperatures will warm slightly, but not very much. The high tomorrow here is 31 degrees, also 31 in Denver and 39 in Colorado Springs, 47 in Grand Junction. There's a little bit of relief in sight this weekend, but not a lot. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, we can expect some more snow and a high of 31. Additional snow could fall on Thursday, high of 34. Warming slightly into the weekend, 46, 51 on Friday and Saturday, and then we'll see 50s again on Sunday and Monday. Watch out for winds tomorrow that could create blizzard-like conditions. That's all the time I have for tonight. Now back to the desk for an update on fracking in Fort Collins. Lena?
Thanks, Austin. To frack or not to frack? That is the question, and the answer will be decided tonight. The Fort Collins City Council will be debating whether or not to lift the ban on hydraulic fracking within city limits. If the fracking ban gets approved, it would allow oil companies like Black Diamond to explore, drill, and frack for new oil outside of Fort Collins developed land.
Southeast Iran was struck by the most powerful earthquake it's seen in 40 years on Tuesday. The 7.8 magnitude earthquake was felt throughout Asia and even rocked buildings in India. Officials say that because it started 56 miles beneath the Earth's surface, it only caused a few casualties and minor damage. The total number of casualties suffered from the quake are still being assessed at this time.
The strange tale of Dennis Rodman's adventure to North Korea just keeps getting weirder. After his successful stay in the communist country in February, the former basketball star reports he's been approached by the FBI to work as an informant on North Korean activity. While in North Korea, Rodman called Kim Jong-un a friend for life and has been invited back to visit in August. No word has been made as to whether or not Dennis Rodman has accepted the FBI's proposal yet. So, Keith, do you think he would be a good spy?
Absolutely not.
Not so
I think
much?
he's way too conspicuous, and even then, when you use a phrase like friend for life to describe Kim Jong-un, it'd be hard to turn on him like that.
Yeah, a little bit. I see it hard to happen. I
Yeah.
don't really see that happening.
I don't either.
But coming up next, I will be giving you a countdown of the top 5 latest phone apps essential for any smartphone.
And later, we'll have your sports update with Riley Adams. She'll be highlighting CTV's Fan of the Week, Dylan Davis, and his love for CSU women's lacrosse.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
In tonight's installment of Tech Talk, we'll discuss the latest and greatest top 5 applications for iPhone and Android users. Many users say their all-time favorite apps necessary for all smartphones include social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Here's my recommended list of the latest must-have apps. Coming in at number 5, Doodle Jump, a classic game for all smartphone users, including everyone's favorite doodle character jumping up to its highest levels, a necessary component to anyone plagued with boredom. At number 4, SoundHound, coming in at the top for the fastest music recognition and the world's only singing and humming recognition application. It also allows you to see lyrics move in time with the music and provides a link for you to buy it online. Coming in at number 3, Snapchat, commonly known as the fastest way to share a moment with your friends, either in pictures or videos. You can control how long your friends view your message before it vanishes for good. A highly recommended tool for social networking. At number 2, the Chive. It's the world's largest photo blog showcasing original galleries of funny pictures, epic fails, and let's not forget adorable animals. Definitely worth your time to brighten your day and visit this app. And last but certainly not least, at number 1, Vine, the newest and best way to share your life in motion. It allows you to create simple, creative, and looping videos easy to share with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. You can find, follow, and interact with people close to you, as well as exploring trending hashtags and featured posts. That's all I have for my top 5 apps in Tech Talk tonight. Be sure to tune in next week for your latest edition of Tech Talk. Back to you at the desk, Keith.
Thanks, Lena. The helmet company Rydell lost a recent lawsuit that has cost them millions. NFL players as well as high school students are complaining that Rydell's helmets are not safe enough for people to use while playing football. Rhett Rodolfi is suffering from a serious concussion he received in a high school football practice that left one side of his body paralyzed. With help from the lawyer Frank Azar, Rodolfi was awarded $11.5 million. And now we'll send it over to Riley Adams for your sports update.
CSU women's lacrosse set out to play Boulder this past Thursday, and no one was more excited to see them play than this week's Fan of the Week, Dylan Davis.
I come to CSU women's lacrosse because the girls are pretty badass. They play in whatever kind of weather. The games are pretty fun to watch, and it's just an entertaining sport. I think they need a bit of a fan base.
Dylan plans to expand this fan base with his GoPro camera.
I'm just making a little video to show Maddie and the team afterwards and kind of boost their confidence, get out there on Facebook, maybe raise awareness about women's lacrosse.
Davis had this to say about CSU's undefeated schedule.
I think that's pretty worthy right there. As far as I know, they've even beat some D1 teams, so I think they're doing pretty well. They beat number 2 and number 3, I think, 2 weeks ago. I went to that game down in Boulder. That was pretty neat to see. What I would say to CU is watch your backs. These girls are sneaky, they're very talented, and they can play with the best of them.
CSU defeated Boulder 10-9, extending their winning streak to 16 games. If you want to be CSU's Fan of the Week, come support your Rams and we may just choose you. Now, baseball isn't usually considered a contact sport, but this was a different story when the Dodgers and Padres met up. Take a look at this. Now, Zach Greinke is throwing a pitch. Carlos Quentin, and, it hits him like that happens, but Quentin says, no, I'm not taking this. Charges the mound, and they get in a little bit of a brawl. Now, Greinke broke his left collarbone and will be out for 6 weeks due to this injury. Guys, pretty crazy, right? Who do you think's at fault?
I'm not sure. I would say the pitcher is kind of at fault because he did throw it a little bit hard. It seemed kind of intentional. But then again, it was wrong of the other guy to run after him.
Absolutely. What do you think, Keith?
I got to blame catcher A.J. Ellis on this. I think he's got to step in there and fizzle out this situation. I don't think this should happen. You got to protect your $147 million pitcher.
Absolutely. Pretty immature. Well, thanks for having me tonight, guys.
Of course.
Thanks for being here, Riley. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you tonight.
To see more CTV News content, check out our Facebook page or visit our website at ctv11news.com.
Have a good night.